Hey folks, this is Shantran here, and welcome to my corner of the internet. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nier fight.
Finally.
This is for the Untouchable challenge. I'm playing solo, except for some camp buffs, and I'm not allowed to take any real points of damage. Okay, so here we go. The first thing I wanted to include was the skeleton climbing up the stair. I did that by clicking on the stair. That's going to be important later. Shovel goes invisible, and then there's going to be a bit of moving stuff around. I've tried to speed it up accordingly. There we go. I'm using a normal smoke powder bomb instead of any of the rune powder stuff because it's fine as long as we use the halo to trigger it. It's gonna explode twice, dealing enough damage, and I want to save the other ones for later.
Finally. Worthless slaves. Your incompetence has been my ruin. Does not fail.
There was an annoying thing here with a lot of ambient sound, but it's gonna disappear in a second. I switch out of the conversation with Nier here. That's also a benefit of having Shadowheart technically in the party. And then I switch to Shovel, so I can start moving around these fun little saucer blooms. I've sped this part up as well, just to get them into position. And there we go. The idea is that Nier should not have a clear line of sight to the place that I'm gonna be having my people, so he'll have to run out into it, into all of the saucer blooms, and won't be able to cast. Let's check in on that idea later, shall we? Shovel goes invisible again, and we are ready to actually start the fight with the field of saucer blooms placed all around the place. I start on the Mind Masters to get my surprise, and specifically because I want to kill them first. They are quite dangerous. So Shovel goes over there and climbs up by clicking the stair, once again, instead of clicking up there. The thing we get from this is that they can be stacked on top of each other up there. The methods are gonna do the same, they're just gonna try to mud breath people first. Double save from dwarves, not too likely. And here we try again, and a quadruple saves from the dwarves. So no mud debuffs, that's a little sad for no advantages at all. But it's fine. And once again, get up there by clicking the ladder. I think I called it stair before. It's a ladder, clearly.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Then Synthar is going to do the same.
Need to find a way.
That means we're all up there and we're all stacked entirely on top of each other, which means we can all benefit from the buffs that we are going to be using with potions here. Except the skeleton is not going to benefit from the first one because it's a heal, and they cannot get healed by this potion. So, because of Whispering Promise Ring, we are now all gonna get Bless, which is a nice buff. Synthar also gets his Dipped in Poison buff. And now we're ready to start killing stuff. As soon as I'm done checking my inventory for whatever I was checking for. Oh yeah, there's one thing I wanted to show here. As you see, the dwarves are quite stacked up down there. So if you go for a Void Bulb from the beginning, you can basically throw, especially if you wanted to use a mage hand for a fight like this, you could throw bombs into their face and kill them very easily like that. I did not want to do that, because I think it trivializes the fight a bit too much. But it is an option. If you summon a mage hand for a fight like this, you can check out my Grove defense to see how effective that strategy is. I'll make sure to link it somewhere.
Never a dull moment.
But we're opening on the Mind Masters, and we're just going for the kill here to get our Bloodlust trigger. We're still in the surprise round. Just checking my shot chance on the various ones. Should end up shooting the Mind Master here. Going with the skeleton first. Doesn't really matter because I already have my Bloodlust, but I might as well. I'm hoping for one shot, one kill here with the special arrow, just for the little bit of extra added damage, but it wasn't enough. Probably because they are resistant to poison, and I don't think I factored that into that specific decision.
Blood comes easy.
We're still stacked up there because no one has really moved except Synthar since before. So now we can find a haste potion and haste everyone instead of only hasting like 3 people. Or 3, myself and 2 pets. Which is, of course, awesome. 5 hastened from 1 potion.
another
Who
fight.
says haste potions are fair? So this guy up here, he's got to die, and the Mindmaster down there has got to die, and then whatever else we can get. I want to fly down and see if I can get a muddy debuff from some dwarf, and this is a position where I can hit 2 of them, so we're gonna try for that. I could probably find a better one to actually hit the same guy who got muddy now and the other guy who's closer. But that was fine, as long as one of them gets the muddy debuff, so I'm not gonna have to shoot with disadvantage because on range I am quite happy. And then we go up here and use our attack on this poor drow fella. I was actually supposed to bring in one more dwarf to the fight, and I completely forgot. And it's not something I could change after. I had specifically tried to keep that dwarf alive for this fight, so it was a little annoying that I forgot it. But yeah, it's not something I can change, unfortunately. It would have been sweet. Merthyr is standing a little south from where we are at the moment. But he is not gonna join the fight, unfortunately. So the other method is flying down there, and now we're trying to get muddy debuff onto this guy, and also just spread out the mod. So if they are going for us up on the stairs here, they will have to run through a lot of mod. Back up, attack draw, if we can get low. I prefer to use the skeleton to shoot down because of the +2 from high ground. So we are gonna try to see if we cannot just get the kill with Synthar here. Synthar also gets +2, of course, from high ground, but the chance to hit without it is just that much better because of, I think specifically favorable beginnings is really strong here because there's so many different targets. And also just bless helps and all the other attack buff stuff we have. And 1 shot, 1 kill, awesome. And this Mindmaster is low enough that I think I can handle it with Shovel. So we're probably gonna go for that. 2 attacks with like, I don't know, 70-80% chance to hit should be enough to kill the Mindmaster.
No choice.
But I
Keep going.
probably should have kept a shot in reserve. I think I have the skeleton shots in reserve still, so it should be fine. Let's see if Shovel can manage. It also doesn't really matter that Shovel gets caught down here because she can go invisible. There we go. Of course, if she had missed the first attack, that would have been less of an ideal. But she should still have enough movement to get back into safety, because of all the mod at least. I'll just find a good position to do it. I walked a little closer down there in order to put down the invis bait for them to have further to walk afterwards. But most of those guys down there are ranged. The one's close to where Shovel is standing now, so it's probably not gonna matter too much. I'm gonna be shooting the one with the muddy debuff just to not get disadvantage. Even though it's not the target I would normally have preferred to shoot at. It's a melee guy. Gonna take him a while to get to us. And then I forget to move Synthar in from the edge, which is gonna be relevant in a second. He was supposed to go in from the edge there. I don't know why I moved the skeleton back though. Probably, I don't know. Don't know what we're thinking about. We have 70% there, but if we go down, we should be able to get advantage. And that should up our chance. There are like few situations where it's better to not have advantage, or I guess not to have disadvantage, but also have have extra high ground bonus thing. And you're gonna see one of those situations later with Synthar actually. He goes to check for Shovel. It just means we know approximately where she's gonna be. It doesn't matter too much. We're not gonna be attacking her anyway. Now Nier finds an angle that I hadn't anticipated and mind blasts me. I think it's called Mind Spike or something. I didn't know he could cast that actually. I thought it was only the Mindmaster that cast that, but it's only like a weak debuff. It lowers my wisdom save, but I think I saved against it anyways. A little bit of damage didn't do a lot, but it was annoying that he could do that from in there because he was supposed to walk out into the Sasabloom field and get whacked soon. So, for his next turn, we're gonna try to set it up so that he walks out there. The idea with the Sassablooms was both that he couldn't cast spells, which of course is his worst feat, but also that he should not be able to use his legendary action. That part turned out to be not as true as I'd hoped. So, It's just that his legendary action tooltip says cast, and I figured that that was gonna be a spell. And nopes. Okay, we are going for another bless here on both of the Misfits and Synthar. Those are the ones that benefit the most from it, so we might as well. It also means redipping our weapon. Poison is not the most ideal thing against these guys. And the miss there was annoying. Little bit of damage, and still alive, but with like 4 hit points or something like that. I think we're gonna try to focus on one of the other ones instead. Thought, or whatever the name is of the big guy in the back there, is still too far away to really be dangerous. Marty and this guy is nice. It means we can gang up with the pet attacks and have a quite decent chance of hitting. The rare double attack from a Mephit. Didn't use its Mud Breath there. Skeleton can go as well, and I think we can finish it off then with Synthar in a second. Oh, that's weird. Oh yeah, that was pretty annoying. The shot just disappeared into nothingness. I don't know what happened. If you do, please inform me. Second one works, so that was awesome. And he should be low enough now that Synthar can finish him off with a shot.
Is ever easy. You've made a grave mistake.
Good, there we go. And Bloodlust. So I'm gonna see if Shovel can go and deal with Thought here. And once again, she gets the last hit. Little girl is doing work. It's saving an entire real attack by dealing the last couple of hit points there are quite nice. And at this point, I think, yeah, that's true. I wanted to go and readjust the saucer blooms a bit. Just so Nier couldn't find like a similar angle again for a spell. I did not want that to happen. He has worse spells than the one he cast last time. I'm a little afraid that I'm running out of movement here with the Imp method, I mean. And I almost was, so this was very, very close. And a little annoying. So we're gonna have to use the other one instead to move the last one. Should probably use that from the beginning, I think. Might have had more movement all in all. Not certain. At least it can get back into good position. And just put a little bit of damage into Elder Brithwa here. And this time, we do remember to move away from the edge. The Mephit cannot, though. Out of movement. So maybe there's like a good angle in that. At least that's a good shot from down there. Double hit with one of them being a critical is not great for our Mephit's health. We should at least be able to heal it in a second. He finds an angle, but not for spell. He throws a stagger there, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. Now he's out in a position where I can shoot him back. So that was what we wanted. These guys are throwing all sorts of javelins and stuff at us up there, which is better than them throwing at the herd method, so that's awesome. And at this point,
let's go.
I think we are all about. Now we need to deal with Nier. This guy down there is annoying, and we can probably kill him as well, but Nier is a prime target now. He got out on the position where we could attack him. And we're gonna start by trying to see whether or not we can land a Mud Breath on him. I think his dexterity save is only 2. Yips. We're gonna do that. And here I got my surprise. I didn't think that that was gonna count as an attack, and I also did not think that he could cast the legendary action within the saucer blooms. So, a little, what's it called? It's saying in Danish. I don't know if it translates exactly to Danish, but like, let's say a stone in the machine. This probably works in English instead. So let's get the herd method away, because we don't want it standing anywhere near him when we're gonna blow up those visages.
I won't give in.
Nice critical there. So this probably means that we can get to kill Elder Brithwa with Synthar. I'm not daring to go for the offhand attack here because of resistance to poison. That's too high of a chance it doesn't die to it. So we're just taking the main attack. I don't know why it won't work there, but we can just walk into a position where it does. So trigger Bloodlust. This doesn't really cost us a shot on Nier. And I'm not going to be shooting near, obviously, while he has those, because it's a waste of damage. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to try and trigger them with weaker attacks, shovels in this case. I wanted to have shovel be knocked in a better direction, but I think it's weird. And I didn't want to move the Sazabloom away so I could stand better, because I wanted my advantage in the first attack there. He only got 3 Visages, and as long as he's standing only near one of my guys, it's not too bad that it explodes. As you can see, Shovel didn't take a lot of damage from breaking 2 of them there. So we can have the not hurt method fly down and break the last one. It's wasting a decent attack, but it's not really wasting when we're removing the Visage, I think. And now they're gone, and we should be able to shoot him with Synthar. We still have attacks left from, I think, the 1 method over by him, and 2 from the skeleton. And then, of course, the 3 from Synthar here. So we should be able to get him down, but it is cutting it a little close, now that we lost out on a bit there. My idea was to take him down in 1 round while he was standing in the Sazabloons, so he didn't never get to use his legendary action, but that didn't work. I also checked some various stuff online about the legendary, and apparently he can even cast it without being attacked at all, instead of casting a spell on a given turn. So that would have been really bad. I'm putting down some mod here, trying to get a mighty debuff on this guy, girl, whatever, and she still saves. I think she's saved like 3 or 4 times against it now, probably only 3. And now we just need to get them up there. I'm gonna try to get the hurt pets into a position for a healing potion of sort. Just to give them a little bit of healing. Especially because the speed potion is gonna run off soon. And that means that all of my team is gonna skip a turn. It's not too bad with only the two dwarfs down there alive. But they're both archers and they can't shoot up here, so we do want to heal a little bit. I should probably actually have used a better healing potion here, but I figured that since I couldn't get Shovel in there, I might as well wait with that till next turn. I think that might have been a little greedy. A little bit of healing is fine as well. I move Synthar away, but then I decide that he's not supposed to be moved away because we don't want them to be shooting the methods. Get the hurt method away and let the non-hurt one stay out there, and Synthar stay out there as well. That was a misclick. And now they are getting double turns to see what they can do. One of them at least is shooting at Synthar, which is nice because the chance to hit him is quite low, shooting from low ground. And there we go with the second set. So poor Mr. Method got, and you can even see Merthyr. There was just a second there, you could see Merthyr patrolling in the corner. The only dwarf that gets to live from all of this. They disappear after you kill this fight, after this fight is done. The rest of the dwarfs in the place. I've killed almost all of them before this, at least. Sped up this part just because I'm trying to get them all into a decent position, which was a little hard here. And we're back to full power. Now we just need to finish off these last 2 ones. And Merthyr has gone away again now. The dwarf that got away. I'm moving down because I want to see what my chances are when actually in range, but it falls down, and that's because I'm at exactly, I'm gonna miss at 1, 2, and 3 here, and when I move up, I'm only gonna miss at 1 because of +2 from high ground, but then it has disadvantage, of course. So this is the exact situation where disadvantage was better with high ground than, I guess not disadvantage, but normal shot. No, that was actually disadvantage. She doesn't have Muddy Breath. And the skeleton, I decide for it not to try and go for anything. It has a good shot on the other one instead here. Should be able to get this girl down with the methods and shovel and my last shot. But a miss is not great. It's only 55% chance to hit, so it's fair enough. Also, the benefit of putting methods in her face is that either they're gonna get attacks of opportunity or she's gonna have disadvantage. As you can see, I have only 64% chance here to hit, so I should definitely have gone down and take my non-disadvantaged shot, because that would have been better at this turn. I still shoot and I still hit, so it doesn't matter. And then we have Shovel, who jumps very far because of the strength elixir. It's a little bit of damage, but it's not bad. 5 hit points. Should be able to finish her off. If she could reach. And once again, this is one of the situations where it shows that there's no way for her to reach. It says no movement, not enough movement, cannot make it work. But if you just try, it works fine. So, and 4 points of damage, of course, so she's left on 1 hit points and I'm out of action, so that's awesome. Move the skeleton a bit away, just so see if we can make them shoot something else. I really do not want the skeleton to take damage. Double attack on Synthar is fine. Let's see if we can finish this turn then. Shovel gets to try and finish her. Nope.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Surviving forever.
One day I'll catch a break.
So, I might as well kill her with Synthar. It's the only way that we can still get Bloodlust to be relevant in this combat, so there's no reason not to use the bonus action shot there for an extra melee, for an extra main attack, I mean, not melee attack. I think I wanted to blast myself here, but I decided that it's not going to be relevant. I think I'm shooting without the poison dip because of skipping turns earlier. But hey, it worked. So thanks for joining, if you have been. I've been Chandler. You've most definitely been awesome. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. It really helps. And bye-bye.
Intestines through.